Hey, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. They told me they had flying cars and Nuketown here, but I haven't seen either of them yet. But what I have seen is some incredible results to close out the year. And December gave us some more names qualifying for Capcom Cup. So right here on Reversal, it's time for the final 2024 Roundup in 2025. Anyway, let's just get into the results. See you on the other side. Okay, first on our whirlwind tour of the World Warrior Regional Finals, and that was certainly a mouthful to get out, let's head over to the Middle East, where V-Slash were hosting their finals. And with Big Bird already qualified, it came down to number one seed Angry Bird to live up to all expectations, and boy, did he deliver. After so many clean sweeps in the anchor position, those first threes certainly paid off for him, and it was 3-0 all the way as he defeated Abu B-Boy back-to-back in winners finals and grand finals to seal his spot at Capcom Cup.
That is it! Angry Bird is your second player to qualify to Capcom Cup from the Middle Eastern region.
On the west coast of the US and Canada, Level Up ran their region finals, and number one seed JB met Snake Eyes in grand finals. JB got the edge in winners as he was the one who sent Snake Eyes down into losers from winners finals. In the grand finals, the gap grew and JB became one half of the first ever duo of siblings to qualify for Capcom Cup. Even more impressively, it was in two completely different continents, as JB and his brother Lex will both be meeting in Tokyo, perhaps to be going up head to head against each other at Capcom Cup 11. Next up, we're heading over to Latin America, and the Mexican MASH series saw leaderboard leader Lucabo go in at number one seed, but he was unable to depose Uriel Velorio, who was able to get the job done in grand finals. He followed up a 3-2 win in winners with a comfortable 3-1, and Uriel Velorio once again qualifies for a Capcom Cup.
Uriel Velorio, se acabó, mi querida Haseo. Uriel Velorio, campeón del World Warrior México.
Over in Brazil, the Super Region already saw Juninho Ras qualify, so it came down to this: 8 remaining fighters battling it out, and Zangief Balado was able to close out the victory. Rising star Not Pedro, fresh off his impressive performance in London at Kings of the World, was able to make it to grand finals, but Zangief Balado, who has also travelled this season to UFA in Paris, was too strong, and that 3-0 victory is his alongside the ticket to Tokyo.
Mas não teve como! Zangief Bolado faz 3-0.
Back to Europe now, and Salt Mine League. Ritas has been tireless this season running events here online in Europe, and the end is in sight. Let's go first to Europe Northeast, and with the Phenom himself downplaying his way to Capcom Cup already out of this super region, it came down to the remaining players in the region to battle it out for that second spot. After a very tense 3-2 victory in winners semi-finals against Veggie, Juicy Joe cruised through the rest of the competition with back-to-back 3-0 victories against Lord Venom, and then in grand finals, a sweep against Rickerman's Barnet in an all-Swedish showdown meant that Juicy Joe, after his incredibly impressive performance at SFL Europe, will possibly be following it up with an impressive performance in Tokyo.
Oh, what a dome breaker!
Juicy Joe qualifying for Capcom Cup.
And now it is time for Ritas to finally get some rest, as Europe West is the last stop on the European leg of the Salt Mine League. But it was a shock result, as the two favourites Garnet and Zerner met in winners final, the Italian getting the better of the Dutch. But sneaking in from the outside was Belgian Kimberly Salty Kid. He was the one who managed to make it to grand finals to face Garnet and get the reset. The momentum proved too much, and a 3-1 victory sees another Belgian travelling to Tokyo.
From help. Congratulations to Salty Kid
It was also great to see no let up in the offline action as CEOTaku took place at Holmat. With only a couple of days before Christmas, the field was limited, but the quality certainly wasn't, and we saw a grand finals that pitted NuckleDu up against Punk in an iconic matchup. These two swung back and forth, firstly in winners finals as NuckleDu sent Punk to losers with a nail-biting 3-2 victory.
Burnout, OD Sonic Boom is the way to close things out, and Du moves on to grand finals.
And in grand finals, Punk came back and reset the bracket to make sure that the action continued.
Drive impact, perfect parry, had to do so. He could not perfect parry right back, and Punk we have the proper reactions, the proper rebuttal, and the damage, even though it's scaled. This will seal the deal.
Look at Punk laughing, having a good time. Bro, how many times have we seen him win a round just from that perfect parry, though? His timing is ridiculous. So one more exchange here could do it. He burnt himself out for it.
They're both ashy.
Oh,
The fireball, catching that sway play.
But proving you have no idea what is going to happen in the world of Street Fighter 6. NuckleDu came back and answered with a 3-0 win in Shin Grand Finals and take that CEOTaku title back home for Team Shopify Rebellion.
No holding back. Level 3 for the victory. NuckleDu said, let me wait. Now dap you up just to make sure that he is your champion of CEOTaku 2024.
And lastly, it's only right that we round out the last roundup of 2024 with the last week of the regular season of Street Fighter League US, and it all went off. First up, we had last place Red Rooster going up against Shopify Rebellion, who were desperate for points in a tense playoff picture. And with newly qualified Mexican Uriel Velorio starting things off poorly with a victory against Safe, Shopify Rebellion were up against it. But NuckleDu and then Dual Kevin both fired back and put 30 points up for Team Shopify Rebellion, which momentarily put them in the playoff picture. We'll find out whether it proved to be enough to get them there. Next up, whilst technically safe, Cloud9 went up against FlyQuest, who are flying high at the top of the leaderboard. Whilst Cloud9 were already technically qualified, they certainly were still playing for favourable seeding in the finals. But there were no points to be had as a clean sweep Sure Shine overcome Boos, Chris CCH overcome JB, and then 3 battles to 2 in the anchor set. Punk made it a clean 40 points to FlyQuest to cap a dominant season for their team. They're going to be heading into the playoffs in the number 1 seed. Let's find out who they face. And it was all on the line here in our last match as Fighting Spirit faced Bandits. Now, Fighting Spirit already technically safe on 210 points, but Bandits had it all to play for. And it didn't start well as Oil King defeated Louis Man in the first player match. Kaba came through with the clutch 2-1 with the Bandits on his chest and the team on his back. That meant we were going into an anchor match, the most important anchor match of the season, as MenaRD faced against NL. It came down to a 5th and final battle, and I'm sure you've seen the clips online already, but MenaRD getting the 20 points, the vital 20 points that puts them in the playoffs and takes them to Los Angeles in January. There was a fair amount of controversy about his celebration, but there's definitely no controversy about the result, and it's Bandits that finish 4th on the leaderboard to join Cloud9, Fighting Spirit and FlyQuest at the SFL US Finals happening January the 18th. That one is going to be absolutely live, and if you're part of the studio audience, maybe Reversal will see you there.
Can you ever deny MenaRD and the Bandits? Can you ever deny MenaRD and the Bandits? What a way to rebuttal. Their chances of making to the playoff slim.
And that is just about all the results that we have to round up as we close out December and look ahead at the last names to be added to the roster of Capcom Cup. Of course, it's going to be very exciting right here on Reversal, because this Sunday we are going to be adding one of those names here from France. It's the French Regional World Warrior Final right here on Reversal, and we'll see you there. It's going to be kicking off 1 p.m. local time in the UK. That's 2 p.m. in France. And if you want any more information, then you should be following us, of course, on Twitter. It's reversal_GG. We'll see you live on YouTube and Twitch this Sunday, and we'll be back right here with the roundup as we keep you up to date with all the results and the news in the world of Street Fighter. Till next time, see you then.